Okay, fact number one. Frankie Knuckles is from Bronx, New York. Fact. Frankie Knuckles' close friend and mentor was Larry Levan. Fact. Both young men used to hang out at David Mancuso's loft, as well as Solano's gallery. Fact. Nicky Solano was one of the people who taught them both how to mix. Fact. When Larry Levan was resident DJ at the Paradise Garage, Frankie Knuckles was his light man. Fact. Frankie Knuckles was spinning at several clubs in New York prior to moving to Chicago and becoming the resident DJ at the Warehouse. Fact. Working with edits and multiple turntables, Frankie Knuckles expanded on what he learned from Larry Levan and took it in a different direction, adding drum machines. Significant because prior to that, most of the extended beats were made with edits. Fact. And by Frankie Knuckles' own admission by way of a video that I was directed to by several people on TikTok, was remixing disco. Meanwhile, house music was something that he learned about subsequently, but it was basically a Chicago youth movement, very much like hip-hop. Fact. The original house music recordings were made by musicians as opposed to DJs working with samples. Fact. Frankie Knuckles began adding these records to his sets at the Warehouse. Fact. Larry Levan started adding these records to his sets at the Paradise Garage. Fact. As somebody who had mixtapes by Frankie Knuckles, Larry Levan, and Ron Hardy, I can tell you the differences between the three. Fact. When I listen to house music out of Chicago, the early stuff, I hear much more of a Ron Hardy influence than I do Frankie Knuckles. Fact. Because of Frankie Knuckles' prominence in the underground dance music scene of Chicago, when they were turning house music into a phenomenon, he became the easy face to associate with. Fact. As happens with many things that come out of the black community, media will create a leader and completely erase the people who are actually at the foundation. Fact. If you look at early media references to the Sugar Hill Gang, they were the first ones to make a rap record. Not true. Some references are they're the first rap group. Not true. Fact. Sugar Hill Gang was the crossover face of rap music. Fact. Likewise, Frankie Knuckles became the crossover face of Chicago house. Fact. Frankie Knuckles was a Chicago icon, a pioneering force in underground dance music, a maestro, producer, and composer who introduced several innovations to the form, and although a great contributor to house music, was not the progenitor of house music. All fact.